Further, it is related to interest rate futures. Further, it is related to interest rate futures. So interest rate future is what type of future? It is financial future. So interest rate futures are the contracts written on fixed income securities. Written on fixed income securities. So in case of treasury bills, in case of bonds, where we are getting the fixed interest, these are written on these fixed securities. Let us take the case. I am having the security S1, where I am being paid interest rate at 8% per annum, where I'm being paid interest at 8% per annum. So contracts written on treasury trade in short-term interest rates, while contracts on treasury bonds, on corporate bonds, deal in medium and long-term interest rates. So when you are going to invest in the securities based upon the into the futures based upon the treasury securities, now the treasury is there for short term period, whereas in the case of the corporate bonds, these are available for medium to long term period. Okay, and for the interest rate futures are most popular instruments so as to hedge the interest rate risk. So if you want to safeguard the interest rate risk, the interest rate futures are the most popular instrument for the same. The hedge is based upon the inverse relationship between the interest rates and the bond prices. It is based upon the inverse relationship between the interest rate and the bond prices. We already covered this particular point in the last video, where I told you that the bond prices and the interest rates, these are inversely related. So if there is increase in the yield, if there is increase in the market yield, bond prices will go down. If the increase in interest rates, then in that particular case the bond prices will go down. And further, if the interest rate is basically lowered, in that particular case there will be a rise in the bond prices over there. Is that clear? Okay, so if a corporate expects to borrow USD after 3 months, so just consider this particular part over here. If corporate expects to borrow USDs after 3 months, if their corporate expects to borrow USD after 3 months, but would like to lock into current interest rate, the corporate will short sell the 90-day treasury futures. The corporate will short sell the 90-day futures, treasury futures contract of comparable size. So let me explain to you with this example. So let us take the case that you were to buy USDs after 3 months amounting rupees 2 lakh rupees, amounting rupees 2 lakh rupees, but you are worried about that the interest rate would be changed after 3 months, because you are worried about that there will be interest rate change after 3 months. You want to borrow USDs after a period of 3 months. You want to borrow USDs after a period of 3 months, but you are worried that there will be interest change after a period of 3 months. So you want to lock the interest rate. So you'll be doing what? You'll be comparingly investing the amount of rupees 2 lakh into the treasury bills 90-day futures, into the treasury bill 90-day futures. Okay, what does it relates over here? You're basically short selling these. What does it mean? What do you mean by short selling? I already explained to you. It means that you do not have the securities with you right now, but you will be selling these securities. You will be selling these securities in 2-day date. In 2-day date, I'm going to sell these securities for a period of 90 days. And after a period of 90 days, when I'll be having my balances with me, I'll be basically doing what? I'll be basically buying it back. So I'm under this transaction. So by doing which I'm basically locking my interest rate. So let us consider the case that on treasury bill 90 days right now, the interest rate is 7%. It is a 7%. Okay, now my interest rate is 7% and I'm selling this. Now after a period of 90 days, let us take the case that the interest rate is now dropped to now it increased to 8%. Because I have already sold the treasury bill for the 90 days, and now the interest is 8%. Particularly, I'll be basically getting the loan at the same interest rate that is at 8%. So I'll be doing what? I'll be basically borrowing the amount at 8%, and further will be buying the treasury bills at 90 days. So in that manner, I'm doing what? I'm basically hedging my interest rate risk. I'm hedging my interest rate risk. It is related to that only. Okay. So simply you need to keep one thing in mind, that interest rate futures are the best popular instruments available so as to hedge the interest rate risk. Okay, so if the interest rate rises on the date of availing the loan, the bond prices would have correspondingly fallen. So the value of the treasury bills would have fallen in that particular case, and the profit earned on treasury bill futures would compensate for the higher interest on the loan amount. Are you getting this particular point? So if the interest rate after 3 months, so if the interest rate after 3 months, it is now 8%. Now correspondingly, the value of the bonds would have been decreased. It would have been decreased, and that profit that you have earned from this particular transaction, that will be compensating you. That will be compensating you for borrowing the amounts of comparable size. Is that clear? After that, it is related to while the future contracts work like a forward contract, there are three important differences between the futures and the forward. What are those? Let us have a look at it. First of all, in the case of a futures, parties do not deal with each other, whereas in the case of the forward contract, it's a over the counter product, whereas in the case of the future, it is a exchange traded product. It is an exchange traded product, so there is no counterparty risk over there in the case of the futures. And further, technically, the contract is settled each day. So now these futures are also MTM basis. The futures are also MTM basis, that is marked to market basis. These are marked to market daily basis. As we considered the example where I told you that we are basically having a future lot size of 10, and further it was priced at rupees 5,000, and you have to pay 10% margin only. Let us take the case I invested in one lot of the future. I invested in one lot of future by paying rupees 500. Now let us take the case at the end of the day. Now the future will be settled after a period of 7 days. The future will be settled after a period of 7 days. But today itself, the price of the future at the end of the day, it is 4,300. It is a 4,300. Now in that particular case, what is the total loss to me? It is 700 rupees. It is 700 rupees, and my full capital is just vanished. And further, I have to pay another rupees 200. I have to pay another rupees 200 in this particular case. Is that clear? So that is it. It is related to that futures are marked to market basis. So if there are any losses, that will be recovered from the holder by way of a margin. So if there are any losses, it will be recovered from the holder by way of a margin. And further, if there is any gain, that will be credited to the account. So let us take the another point where the prices of the future, basically it grew to rupees 5,200. It grew to rupees 5,200. Now you basically invested rupees 500, and further you basically earned rupees 200 out of it. Now the new balance account, new balance account will be rupees 500 plus rupees 200 that you invested. So that will be rupees 700. So that will be rupees 700 with you. Is that clear? Okay. Next, it is related to unlike forwards, future contracts are actively traded. Unlike the forwards, the future contracts are actively traded on the exchange. These are actively traded on the exchange. The contracts are bought and sold several times during the day. These are actively traded. So forward contract cannot be traded because it's an OTC, whereas in the case of the future, it is exchange traded, and further it is actively traded on the exchange itself. So these are the differences between the forwards and further the futures.